30. Notification volume 0%.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Blindformers. I am your host, Blind Prime, and for today I have for you Transformers Studio Series Devastator Transform. Transform is in, we're going to transform all the pieces, and then for episode 50 of Blindformers, we're going to combine. So this will be transform, next will be and combine into Devastator. So, to start off, we'll work with Scavenger here. Wheelbot, as I like to call him. So to get him in his body mode, because he will become the upper torso and the arms, and he's kind of already half put together, because I've been working on this all day. So he'll become the upper torso and the shoulders for the Devastator. So to do this, we will first disconnect him from his vehicle mode by breaking apart his front and folding that out, and breaking off the other side on its own little joints and folding that out, and then going ahead and folding the arms together like normal, like you were to be making Wheelbot into his robot mode. So we're following most of the robot mode steps so far. Fold the arm bit down until it clicks. Give me a click. A little. Give me a click. Sometimes it doesn't like to fold down till it clicks. Oh, that's it. Doing it wrong. Look at me. Being a screw up. Folds it down till it clicks. I was folding it the wrong way. Then fold it up to that way. And it won't click like that, but doesn't matter. Now, take the arm, and we're in turning him into Wheelbot. We would have left the arm now. The arm would be done. This time, we're going to fold it forwards. But first, we're going to make sure that we rotate it. Got to rotate it. Come on, rotate. There you go. I'm going to rotate it. And then, we're going to fold it backwards. And we will reveal a U-shaped little groove, and it's on its own little bitty ratchet. Now, there's a little click, and this part will be into place, and it will click in there nice and solid. You've got a bit of an arm. Now, let's copy all these motions on the other side. So, we fold the arm together like we would if we were turning him into his Wheelbot mode, and then we collapse the arm. Remember to collapse it in the right direction, not like me. Then you snap it into place. Then rotate it on its little rotation in there. And after doing that, fold the arm backwards. Wait, no, that's not backwards. First, rotate the arm 180 degrees. Then fold the arm backwards so that that U-shaped thingy is revealed. Then click it into place and make sure that the edges of the little scoop that are his hands are tucked in under the edges of the shoulder panels. Once you have completed that, make sure the little your little cabin area for the cab for sitting in for the humans gets folded up nicely. You don't want to accidentally rip it off. Now that you've done that, we will work on the tread side. So break it down from the lower wheel, the one that's big and solid. Go ahead and close those two clips together in that big solid wheel and give it a rotation. We want to rotate it so that the notch that's cut out of the wheel is directly opposite from where the head is. Once we have completed that task, we will then take these treads and fold them into the wheels. Like you were transforming him into his Wheelbot mode. And this is where a lot of the similarities will be ending. So we will rotate this and fold this over. So you want to rotate the wheel and fold it. You remember that little edge that folds over? Yeah, you want to make sure you find it. And you will copy the same motion with the other side. So this is a very unruly part of the transformation. But I assure you that given a little time and effort, you will accomplish it no problems. Now, it's best if when you fold things over, you ensure you rotate properly. And the idea is that both of these wheel sections will actually click together in one spot. And we want to make sure we get that properly. This will actually help support the entire back of the robot. But we want to make sure that these edges here don't interfere with the shoulder pauldron bits and actually work to help support them. So we've done it wrong. We got to first rotate these shoulder bits so that they sit above this wheel area. And if you notice, there is kind of a slit in there, and this will rest on that. So we want to make sure we copy the process with the other side, rotate it so that the shoulder is on now. Rotate, rotate, there you go. And there. Now rotate this up. This part is a little difficult because everything is kind of connected to the core. And when you rotate one thing, you end up accidentally rotating a bunch of things. It's a little Rubik's Cube kind of thing. Like a Rubik's circle. But you know, you get the gist of it, the idea. So that's that goes there like that. And then that goes up there like that. And we're gonna switch and turn these guys around and connect them together like connect. You're not there and you're there. Okay. Okay, we got this, guys. We got this. All right. And there it is. Okay. Once you make sure that both of those wing bits are connected, and I totally may have screwed something up somehow. Fold it down. There it is. Okay. All right. There we go. Now you're done with the core section. It's going to look a little weird, but trust me, it should feel like there is a big flat plane on the top where the two wheels, the two halves of the wheel, so half one and half two of the big wheel that the robot would sit on when in Wheelbot mode, are connected together in the back. And the treads are folded across them to, I guess, give a texture of a circle. It's supposed to be a big wind thing. I don't understand it. But then you'll have both of the armlets, like the upper arm areas, hanging down from these big shoulder pauldrons, which are assisted in support by the right angle elbow joints that connect these two halves of the wheels together. And then on the bottom of it, you will have this connection point that will connect into overload, and behind that, hidden amongst it, is the head. So let's move on to the next bit, and we will set you off to the side. Next bit is the next most frustrating one. It's good old Mixmaster. Mixmaster is pretty easy to transform, so we're going to just grab his front out, his front of the cab, and actually just kind of yanks out of his front mouth area. And then we're going to pop open the roof of the cab and fold out these two little things that are hidden in there. After we do that, we're going to grab the, with our fingernail, we're going to reach and try and pick his nose, kinda. There's a hinge there, which will allow the front half of his face to actually fold out from being hidden under the cab roof. And inside of that, there are two little things that you unfold. Once you've done that, go ahead and fold the cab roof back down, and then fold the front to the face back down, and it will cover the cab roof. Then go ahead and put those smokestacks back. Once you've done that, go ahead and unattach the top of the cement mixer from the back of Mixmaster. And don't disconnect it from itself, just disconnect it from the lower bits. We want to kind of keep it there. After you've done that, go ahead and kind of slightly pull the parts away, but don't worry too much if the top does get disconnected. Just don't move it around too much. You'll make it more difficult on yourself. We're going to try and get these legs into their right positions. So Mixmaster's legs they can't be here anymore. They got to leave. So what we're going to do is with ensuring that we don't put too much pressure and pop off his head, we're rotating down. We're going to rotate Mixmaster's entire core, or his legs and his body, down on a hinge located right past the cab. But we're not rotating the arms down. The arms are going to stay on the same plane. They're connected to another hinge. After we've rotated those down, we need to then rotate the legs so that they can help with support. And how they're going to do that is you're going to rotate them so that the flat area on the hip is pointed down on both of them. So on the hip joints, we discussed this in Mixmaster, there's texture side on 3, but on one side there isn't any texture. There's just hollowness and the connection ports. We want to make that face towards Mixmaster's face, his actual robot face, which is hidden under the truck, under the underside of the cab. And we're going to point both of the knees of his legs towards his face. And we are going to fold the legs downwards. This is going to add a bit of stability to the overall transformer. And there's little notches in there where these legs actually kind of just fit. They don't fit too well, but they do kind of just fit. So there we go. Make sure you got that nice and tight. It doesn't really connect to itself. It just sort of sits there like that. Like he's got a crazy goatee or something. He's got a neck. That's what he's got. All right, now that we're done with that, we're going to work back over here to the top where the arms are, and we're going to slide the arm bits a little closer to one another, and we're going to fold the lower bits of the mixers are on their unique little hinges, and we're going to fold them outwards and then inwards. Actually, are we going to fold them outwards? Inwards? Yes, we are. We're going to fold them outwards and then back inwards. We're going to copy that on the other side. Make sure that the lower hinge goes out, the inner hinge goes in. Make sure that both of the hands are lowered down. They will, his little weird, crazy claw hands. They're going to act as a texture on his neck. That's going to be a really neat little texture of like ropes and stuff. Now that you've done that, reconnect the top of the cement mixer, and it gets folded down like so over top of everything. And these remember this top bit that we ripped off earlier, the front of this mixing truck? So it's got these two little notches on it right below the wheels, and we're going to focus on those as we will connect them into two notches that are on the lower mixer portions that are right next to there. So make sure that these, almost forgot. How did I almost forget this? Okay, this mixer, the top mixer, is on a special platform. It's on actually a double hinge. So we want to move it with the lower hinge and then push it back. And it won't want to go completely, but you can make it go. And it will just kind of sit back here in the back and be raised up a bit more. This will allow room for the special little extra piece to be combined into it when we get to that. So back to combining this head together and this back end together. So you want to make sure that both of your lower pieces are just above the upper piece, which has been raised up on its own little unique platform. Then you will connect this bit into a notch on the side of each. This notch is on the outside of the lower portion of the mixer, and this notch is, oh wait, got it wrong. Okay, make sure that let me finish about the notch. The notch is directly above the rearmost wheel. You can feel it with your hand. Make sure that you have it where the the front grille of the truck faces the ceiling and the wheels face towards Devastator's face. Then you can just slip in these pegs. They're very finicky. They only want to go in one exacting way. And so you're going to have to feel around in there and move things around slightly, ever so slightly. Sometimes you may accidentally move it too much. You'll get mad at yourself. Don't worry about it. Just keep trying. And eventually you'll get them slid in. They don't really like to slide in properly. But once you do it, you got it. It's just all a matter of sliding it into place. Got it. Nuts. This is a most complicated, most trivial part of this transformation, I assure you. I do have to say, with all their love of 5mm ports and pegs, you think that they would give us some 5mm stuff. I get it. You gotta look really, really beautiful. Gotta look pretty. Alright. Sometimes I say, throw away a bit of the prettiness for an exchange of sturdiness and capability. Come on now. Come on. No, it happened again. I just can't ever seem to... There it goes. Look at that. I got it. It's a really tight fit, but once you get it in there, this entire thing becomes pretty solid. Finally, there is a piece that came with overload. My cat must have done something with it. We'll deal with that later, but... Alright, so here's the head. That's how you transform the head. This bit on the back takes a bit longer. We'll put the head off to the side, near the body. So there, we just have a decimated Devastator over there for now. Let's see, next we've got Scavenger. No, Scrapper. So Scrapper's pretty fun, and Scrapper's pretty easy. So first off, disconnect the scoopy bits, one on each side, and his little middle bit, and go ahead and close that middle bit's flap and unfold that. And with that middle bit, also go ahead and unfold both of the little teethy things that are on either side of that arm. Then what you want to do is disconnect the back wheels from the back of the front end loader. And after that, rotate the side scoops with the wheels and then rotate all of that forwards and on the hinge for the front wheel. After you have rotated all of those forward, you want to then, without disconnecting these two bits from the back of this construction vehicle, so you want to keep the cab in place where it's got the two arms locked in. You want to grab the scoopy bits and fold them up. They're going to be kind of fingers. So it's supposed to be a pretty wicked looking claw. I have to tell you, this is actually one of the more unique ones because I keep forgetting exactly how it transforms. Oh, there it goes. Okay, you want to fold because remember when he becomes robot mode, the wheels are his legs, so there's a knee joint there. Fold at the knee joint and then fold back towards the body, and then we're going to fold the scoop and make sure it's flat against there. Then fold one of the wheels under the body. We're going to do it with the other side. We're going to just copy and paste. So rotate, fold at the knee joint, then, wait, why is this different? Oh, there it goes. Okay, cool. Then fold that back and bring the scoopy thing in and make sure it's turned around so that it's actually like a scoopy thing finger, and then fold that wheel down towards the center of the body. They just kind of sit there. Don't worry about them. They're just kind of there to give added flair, I guess, or prestige. There's no connector point for them. They're just cool. They hang there. That's all right. And then we're going to work on these little arms. This arm with the flap that snaps open and shut is actually going to fold down. And it's going to become part of the hand, I thought. There it goes. I think I may have screwed something up with this arm. You remembered it looked a lot different last time. Right. Connects there. Okay. Alright. Then that gets folded like that, right, because that's the inside of the arm, isn't it? No, it connects there. Like that, yeah. That makes this. And there. That makes more sense. Okay. Getting this arm transformed correctly is a bit of a bothersome. I have forgotten kind of how to transform it correctly. All right. Okay. So we don't really fold the wheels too far away from the body. I screwed up with that. We just want to make sure that we folded them in such a way that these scoops are now on the underside of the arm. And then they can be combined with the major scoop thing that is the part of the upper arm. Or actually that can be used more like a thumb connection. So that is the arm as I know it to be. It's a pretty simple little arm. It doesn't take much, and then this sits here and moves around. This is the joint for that. Yeah, this arm's just kind of, you move the scoops around. So we're going to set this arm off to the side. It's going to be ready for the major transformation. Next arm on the agenda is this one using high towers. So we're going to take off the actual crane bit. And then we're going to disconnect the treads from their sides, and we're going to fold them over sideways over the sides of the crane truck. And then we're going to make sure that this bit that the high tower crane connects into is folded on the other side of this bit that the cord would attach to, and then that's going to go up there like that. And make sure we have our clickety-clack thing. It's going to click in place, and then the treads are going to come up and fold into place up there. So that you just make the treads kind of fold them into place. From what I understand, there is no wrong way to do this. Just fold them up there to hide that gap between the clickety-clack joint for the shoulder and the rest of the robot arm. And then at the bottom near the head, reveal the stud for the connection to the lower arm. And also you want to pull out this head. This head's actually going to be the thumb for Devastator somehow. It works. It's just weird. All right. We're done with the upper arm of Devastator. Look at that. Wasn't that easy? Where's the next up? Lower arm of the right arm of Devastator. So here we go. For scrap metal? Yeah, scrap metal. You want to remove the armor plating on his back and then take and unfold his treads from the bottom and fold them up to make a connection. There it is, glorious connection. Then take his arms, rotate them, and we're going to unfold them out away from the body. Then we're going to be making this into his hand. So we're going to be kind of gentle because there's some pretty fragile pieces over here. This is a deluxe. It's a deluxe with a lot going for it, but it's still a deluxe. All right. We're going to rotate the hand thing so it's more like, we're going to rotate his arms. Yeah, these were his arms with the clamps on the end, in such a way that they kind of make fingers. So you're not really moving much about this guy. You're not moving these shoulder pauldrons anywhere. They're going to stay there. It's just that these two bits are going to move up on their clickety-clack joints and then sit there. Then you're going to take the scoop for this guy. Inside of it, on the front of it, is a, well, it's a peg. And it fits the peg hole in Hightower. So you pull that away from the scoop and then lay the scoop across the back of the, you know, like it'd be resting across the length of its little loader, and then fold it forward slightly. It's going to become the middle finger for this hand. You can fold up these on either side, these little treads, like so, and they will become the outermost fingers for this crazy claw. Then take Hightower and combine Hightower with this claw. We're going to take that stud, that peg thing there, and on this peg hole here in Hightower, we're going to find the peg there in scrap metal, and we're going to make sure that we combine them in such a way that both hands will be equal. And it's going to be like that. So we've got to lower that. All right. This is kind of one of those pegs things where it can go in any direction. I've discovered that. It doesn't really matter. But I do like making sure that it's, when it rests, it can rest on top of itself and ease up some of the strain. So catch the peg hole with the peg. This part can be difficult. They do both move. They are free floaters. And you may need to get a little personal with it. Get in there and connect it. Remember, if you move things out of the way, if you have to, just move them out of the way. Transform them back when you're done. There it goes. Just feed the peg into the peg hole, and it's going to make one hell of a solid connection. It's a pretty good connection there. All right. Now that that's done, and I hope I didn't put it in the wrong way. I think I totally did. All right, pull it apart. Pull it apart. Pull it apart. Pull it. Damn. Okay. Where'd it go? Oh, crud. Okay. We're going to find that leg for the next video, where we talk about building Devastator. So, did this head pop off? No, we still got his head. Okay, all that motion, I completely forgot what direction it was supposed to change into. So, we're going to, if you do it wrong, guys, it's going to be really hard to disconnect it. This guy does not like being disconnected. He is definitely kind of a build a figure and then keep him in one state. So, he's not been happy with me for this. I gotta find that spot again. Right, there it is. And there's the arm. So this time, we're going to fold out this thing as far as it will go. And then, I think that was wrong. That was how we did it last time, and that ended up being bad. So we're going to fold it in as far as it will go this time. Then, maybe it will be different. Maybe. Come on. Come on, get in there. Go in there. All right. Remember, torsion, torque, and inertia are your friends and your enemies. So, don't give it too much torque if you think you may going to break it. Darn it. So, darn it. So, we got it almost there. There it is. Got it connected. Okay. All right. Glory day. Okay. All right. I I went and connected it wrong again. Okay, well, I've taught you how to connect it properly. There's where the thumb goes, and it's going to fold into there. I'm missing the treads on this side. Now I have to find them in my room somewhere. But the video must go on. So now we've covered 2 arms, and the body, and the head. Alright, we need the easy vehicle. We need a vehicle. Alright, this isn't an easy one, but it is one. And I hope my cat doesn't take off with that bit. Okay, there's that piece. I don't need to forget about that. This little bit from Scrapper is actually going to go somewhere else on the robot. I have forgotten where for now, but I'm sure I will remember it. Next is a long haul here. He's not bad. He's not going to be difficult. He is actually going to be quite friendly with us. We're going to fold up his little bits and his pieces. He's kind of just going to spin around for a moment and then transform into a different shape. So we're going to pull off his side bits, his little side armor flamethrower things on either side of his arm. Oh, by the way, I found out they were flamethrowers, not rocket things. So we're going to pull those out from either side to make them fluid. And then we're going to disconnect the cab from his legs. And after we've done that, we're going to click the tail of the tow truck's bed up. And after that, rotate both of the wheels from their mooring spots. They're going to rotate around and just kind of chill. Yeah, they're going to chill right near that spot as the arms get folded off to the sides, and then the truck bed and the cab of the truck, which are all like a couple of pieces, are going to get folded down. As they get folded down, the arms come back into play. The arms are actually going to assist in this process. Now, just click them back into place. I think. No. Okay, so lay that down. Now, the arms are going to lay on top of it this time. They're actually going to fold up and lay against the undercarriage, I think. So, what we want to do right now is we want to get the shield on the sides of the arms. They're going in a new place. They are going to connect to the sides of the truck bed. So we're trying to rotate the arms at a 90-degree angle on their elbow so we get enough range from this. Make sure you fold it back into the arm. And I'm trying to get the tip of it, fold the top of the cab away. And then